Macros in Minutes by bfcplace.com. Excel VBA macros are incredibly powerful. In this video, we will show you how to write your first Excel VBA macro. Specifically, we're going to show you how to create an Excel macro-enabled workbook, add the Developer tab to the ribbon, create a VBA macro that is initiated by a button, and rename the macro to give it a more helpful name. So, this is just your typical invoice, from information to information, item description, number of units, unit cost, extended cost, and then the subtotal stuff at the bottom. So what we want to do is we want to add a GL account for each of the line items in here. And we're just going to keep this dirt simple. We're going to say if the line item contains the word computer, it's going to be hardware. If it contains the word software, it's going to be software, and if it doesn't contain either, it's going to be other. Now, the first thing we need to do is, this is an XLSX file, and an XLSX file cannot contain a macro, but that's easy to fix. So what we're going to do is we're going to go File, Save As, Excel Macro Enabled Workbook, Save. So now you can see this is an XLSM file. You would not know the difference between this and an Excel file. They both work exactly the same, except this one can have macros. So the next thing we're going to have to do is there's no Developer tab on this ribbon. So we're going to come in, we're going to go down to Options, we're going to go up to our Customize ribbon, and we're going to add the Developer tab to our ribbon. So now we've got the Developer tab. So now that we've got the Developer tab, we're going to insert a button. And we can just drag and insert that button. And we're going to create a new macro to go with the button. And I'm not going to torture you by trying to type this in as you watch. I'm just going to copy paste the macro code. You can look at this anytime. I think you'll be able to follow it. So I'm going to paste it in here. I'm going to exit out of here. It exits very quickly. You think, oh, maybe it didn't save, but it did save. Don't worry about that. So now we have our button. We have the macro in there attached to the button. And if we click on the button, it's going to fill in our information that we were looking for. So that's all good. I just want to show you two other things. One is, let's go back to the Visual Basic. Let's go back to the macro. This is not a great name for a macro, button one click. So let's call it GL account. And then we'll exit out of there again. And let's go into the button. We'll right click the button, assign macro. So it's still assigned to the old macro. We're going to assign it to the new macro. So the button is assigned to the new macro now. And as long as we're here, let's change the name of this button to GL account. So we renamed the macro, we reattached it to the button, we fixed the name on the button, and if we clear this out and click again on GL account, sure enough, we get our list of accounts that come up. So, ta-da! Now you can create your own VBA macros in Excel. You can use macros to load data into spreadsheets, integrity check spreadsheets, automate data filtering, automate sheet-to-sheet transfers, and so much more. It's incredibly powerful. If you'd like a copy of this Excel workbook, or if you have questions, just email inquiries@bfcplace.com. And if you found the video helpful, please click down below. Thanks.